Hello and how's it going, everyone? It is Skullzi here with the latest Bethesda news, rumors, and speculation, and today's video is going to be one of those Bethesda did an oopsie, Bethesda accidentally the stairs, and yeah, I'm not going to be doing one of those old-fashioned Bethesda hate videos like Mama used to make, so don't worry, I'm not trying to cash in my casino tokens on those Bethesda hate video ad revenue things. I'm actually going to try to keep a centered perspective in this video and try to explain both sides here. I'm going to be explaining and honoring the community's take, and at the same time trying to give you my take on what Bethesda is probably doing at the same time. But again, anytime Bethesda does something that I do consider not good, not the best move, or not bad, I never shy away from calling them out on it. I just don't partake in the 20 videos about like a Nuka-Cola bottle being shaped differently like some channels do. But nonetheless, there is something kind of big, kind of major going on regarding, of course, Fallout 76, in case you haven't guessed already. And this has been going on for about 10 days now, according to some people who I do trust, who play Fallout 76 on a daily basis, and basically have been playing it on a daily basis ever since it was released. But nonetheless, I'm going to be breaking down everything there is to know about this entire pretty crazy situation regarding Fallout 76. I'll be giving you the community's take, I'll be giving you Bethesda's take, and then I'll give you my take on things and when we should expect all of this to be resolved, because yes, if you already know what I'm about to be talking about, don't worry, because I believe there will be a happy ending to this situation. And no, not that happy ending, you weirdo, leave me alone. And basically the situation is, there is some huge, gigantic server issues involving lag and disconnections going on, and this isn't really the biggest issue here. There's more to this, and these actual server issues are a byproduct of the main problem going on right now. Because yeah, I've played Fallout 76 off and on for a little bit now, and there are always some server issues. Like, generally, I mean, not always, but usually at least like every day or two you're gonna experience a disconnect or some lag or stuff like that. But it's gotten a lot better since launch, that's for sure. But there's some major server issues and disconnections going on right now because of an even bigger problem. People found an exploit on how to duplicate legendary items, or I believe just any item they wish to duplicate in the game. And by massively duplicating these items on a big basis, it's just causing huge issues with Fallout 76's servers and just the general player experience as a whole. And actually lagging and disconnecting the server is one of the main things that a player has to do in order to partake in this duplication exploit. I don't want to go into like complete detail about how you can do this at home. Don't do this at home, everyone. It makes you a gigantic pulsating asshole. But no, the truth is you shouldn't do this because it does actually make you one of those, and also it's taking away from the just overall enjoyment from like every other player who's just trying to play the game regularly. I mean, if you want to get these items, get them the way you're supposed to get them in the game. People complain about microtransactions in games because it basically allows players to get awesome items without having to work for it. Meanwhile, we have players doing crap like this, so that sucks. And this is happening on a massive scale. I think it primarily seems to be focused on PC right now. I can't get any 100% confirmation that it's happening on console or anything, but I do know that basically the entire Fallout 76 subreddit basically are people complaining about this or just demanding access to certain furniture items to decorate their house. It's a weird mix-up here in the Fallout 76 subreddit. It's like very angry interior designers yelling about things, but either way, there is a lot of people complaining about this. You can see some people are even going as far as to have gone before as to cancel their Fallout First subscription. If you don't get the reference I'm dropping there, it sounds like I just totally tripped over my words, but no, there's an actual ancient meme I'm trying to reference there. Leave me alone. But yeah, people are really complaining about this, to the point to where people who, according to them, have played this game for like over 1,000 hours are stepping away from the game until this is fixed. And according to everyone else too, Bethesda seems to have made absolutely no statement about this situation whatsoever. They haven't responded to any tickets, apparently, according to people, if they are to be believed. They haven't responded to tweets, apparently, if these people are to be believed, and they haven't responded to any of the chaos going on the subreddit and Discord and stuff for like the last 10 days. And I say 10 days because I asked how long this has been going on for, because I haven't played Fallout 76 for a few months at least, and people have been telling me it's for 10 days. Some people have told me they're lucky and haven't had any issues, but people have indeed told me, or at least the majority of people have told me, that they have had definite server issues, not limited to a bunch of lag, but also just constant disconnections or the inability to play the game at all, or even losing items in your inventory. Could you imagine that? Trying to do something, trying to grind something, dealing with all the disconnections, dealing with all the lag, finally getting that awesome item you want, and then you log in a day after and it's freaking gone. Which is ironic, considering that lagging out the server and disconnecting is actually multiplying items here, but for other people who aren't actually duplicating or cheating, they're losing items. What is happening? I feel like this is another situation that could blow up in Bethesda's face, and I'm sure we're already going to be seeing a ton of articles and YouTubers just talking about this, which, I mean, it should be talked about 100%, but no doubt, it seems like anytime Bethesda does something wrong, or something happens with Fallout 76 that isn't good, it's just a gigantic nuclear warhead blowing up in the gaming journalism industry, and that's just, I don't want to see that happen, so I'm going to try to take a more centered approach here. But to be honest, Bethesda, you shouldn't be so silent about this. It's not like an NPC is going around and kicking people in the groin and taking their items. Like, this isn't something that you can just, like, not talk about. This is something that you should talk about, because it's something that is within your scope of control to handle immediately. And I'll say that again, yes, Bethesda can solve this problem. Now, I don't know if they can solve it just by walking into the secret Fallout 76 bunker and hitting the fix duplication problem button on their gigantic submarine wall of buttons and levers, but to be honest, this problem has 100% existed in the past. There has been duplicated items in the past, and if you look up the 2019 version of this situation, which was even bigger than I think what's going on now, or at least it went on longer than the current duplicated situation, Bethesda literally eventually solved the problem. But again, I believe they were kind of silent about it until they had a solution in mind, which is something I'll get back to here in a second. But as you can see here, yes, Bethesda did in fact remove all the duplicated items and restored some balance to the Force. The Force of Magica was restored. Karsus's Folly was just taken away from the lore, from canon, and Fallout 76 had some more stability for a time, until Marco decided to step into Fallout 76 recently and start duplicating items using a duplicated version of the Amulet of Kings or something. But there is a beacon of hope here that we can find in this tale, which you should have already picked up on when I said we'll revisit this statement later. Which is now! We're revisiting that statement now, and that statement is that you can see clearly in 2019 when this exact situation almost, was going on, Bethesda did indeed fix the duplication item problem. So they'll probably do it again here soon, but no doubt a lot of content has been added into Fallout 76, a lot of updates, a lot of bug fixes, a lot more code all over the place. So there is a lot more stuff to go through to fix this problem. Like, the fix probably isn't going to be the same exact copy and paste fix from the 2019 update, is what I'm basically trying to say. So give Bethesda a little bit of time here. Yes, 10 days is a large period of time, but for a pretty big problem like this, and at the same time for a problem that also involves crashing the server, this is a bigger problem than you may originally think. So again, give Bethesda another week or so here, but I will also side with the community a bit here, because that totally sucks. All this sucks, especially for players who actually are trying to play the game legitimately, to lose items. I mean, I get it, it sucks, and at the same time, Bethesda, you should at least acknowledge these problems. I try to look hard for even a just small copy and paste, just robotic bot style reply on Twitter from Bethesda to anyone bringing these up, and I couldn't find anything like that. So my apologies, Bethesda, if you did reply to this, but I couldn't find anything about this, about you replying or just commenting or making a statement about this ongoing issue for the last 10 days, which is ironic considering 2 days ago there was another Inside the Vault update regarding July 2021 Fallout 76 updates and future content, and apparently they ignored any question about solutions to this. They didn't make a statement about this during that anyway. And yeah, this is obvious, a clear indication that Bethesda is just playing the silent treatment in regards to these issues. But again, I think it's because they want to actually have all the facts in hand before they just drop a statement. They want to drop a statement and also drop the patch to fix the problem. In usual Bethesda Game Studios fashion, they're going to announce a game and then release it shortly after. Unless it's Starfield or the Elder Scrolls 6. God, okay, anyway, you get what I'm saying. Just be patient here. Yes, Bethesda should make more statements, but there probably is a fix right around the corner. And this problem gets even more entertaining because there's people who are losing items, yes, but there's people who also are just like not even trying to duplicate items and literally getting like multiples of items just again by trying to play the game the normal way. Look at this dude on Reddit on Reddit. I'm gonna keep it. Am I breaking down? Am I an android? What's happening? But you can see over here, Hot Carl's says, I don't know how I did it, but last night I apparently duped 29 nuclear key cards. So, I mean, you might get lucky and you might just log in with a bunch of duped items, or you might get unlucky and lose those items with an update along with other items, which has happened. Also, yes, it seems like the unfortunate trend is anytime a fix comes to something like this in Fallout 76, also comes some more problems. It's like they fix a problem just to get more problems, and usually the people that suffer are the players that try to play the game just the right way. And a lot of these players, even like myself, I try to play the game with like immersion and RP. I don't run around in RP like, you know, and talk like I'm in the game, but I like to try to just give my character a story and imagine that my character is literally going around and having these adventures. So when you just randomly have like random ghosts just give you items and take them away that come from nowhere, it kind of breaks that immersion a bit, if you understand, especially so for players that heavily roleplay into the game. And that's just like, that ruins things even more, because what are you going to do with that simple? You just have to pretend a ghost literally just gave you items and took them away. You're cursed by a ghost that hates you or something. What a confusing situation for you. Maybe your character should, I don't know. I don't even know what to say about this. This is a crazy time. It sucks because anytime I ever try to cover any problems of Bethesda doing anything, it goes one of two ways. Either people accuse me of trying to cash out on the Bethesda hate, or people say I'm not hating on Bethesda hard enough. So I'm trying to make it very, very clear here. I'm trying to take a balanced take here, not just because I'm trying to play it safe. Usually I speak my mind, even if it comes back to affect me negatively, but the point here is that if you break this entire situation down and you look at this entire situation, even as it has occurred in the past, you'll see that Bethesda will eventually fix this. All we can do is hope that the fix won't cause more problems or cause more people to lose items. Now, I will say this again, there are a handful of players that apparently have seen absolutely no change in any type of issues, whether it's server disconnections, lag, or even witnessing like legendary duped items. But there are other players saying that these problems with the duping and the server crashing are actually leading to other issues in the game as well, such as somehow legendary characters being like spammed and respawned quickly and killed and farmed for their items, quests just completely breaking, people's camps disappearing, and it seems like all of this duping is leading to some major server issues, which might just be breaking the like base server code for a lot of Fallout 76 mechanics. So if this continues, if Bethesda continues to not like immediately solve this problem, or if they can't solve this problem fast enough, this could just continue the spiral downward out of control, and just who knows what it could cause. If this doesn't get solved quickly, I'm not saying Bethesda should rush to solve this, but they really should, but if this doesn't get solved quickly, I think you should be prepared for the potential for Fallout 76 servers to be taken offline for a short period of time, probably just a few days, until Bethesda can just like stop the chaos, stop like the strange mythic era, and get the timelines reoriented to where Fallout 76 can actually function as intended. Because like I said, this is just causing so many problems, even beyond just duplicated items now, that it may require Bethesda to not only take the servers down, but kind of reset some stuff. I'm not saying all characters and like your progress is gonna get reset, but there might be some anomalies from this patch, and that just totally sucks. All due respect though, the developers for Fallout 76 in Bethesda Game Studios Austin and beyond have been tirelessly working on Fallout 76 since even before its launch, since its early beta, since its early access, and have usually been solving the majority of these problems. Yes, it's been a rocky experience, but the community that has arisen from all of this is all because of just the love and the dedication of the developers. They've created an amazing community that is very dedicated and very passionate, and probably one of the most friendly and open online gaming communities out there. Usually it's pretty toxic out there on MMORPGs or just online games anyway, but Fallout 76 continues to be a very wholesome community for the most part, until you get these dupers like this. Now, I don't know if that's just because I don't know where the negative aspect of the community is coming from. I don't want to speculate on how that could where the origin of that might be. That's gonna open up a can of worms that I don't want to deal with. So yeah, I'm gonna end today's video with all of that. I'm very confident Bethesda will fix this. All we can do is hope that the fix doesn't harm other things and just players who aren't actually doing any of this. Some players say, like, why can't Bethesda just ban the players? That's because there's a ton of stuff, a ton of ways now to get around bans, unless it's a complete IP ban, which there are even further ways to get around that. Banning players, unfortunately, these days isn't a solution. The solution has to come from the code, from the actual game side of things, from the engine and server side of things itself, rather than just banning players, because usually you can find a program somewhere to get around almost any type of ban, surprisingly, even if it's a complete IP ban. But yeah, that's going to finish up today's video. As always, if you enjoy the content, if you're hyped for Starfield and just the future of gaming in general, be sure to give a video a thumbs up, and as always, be sure to share this video too, because the community sharing a video is the best way to grow a channel and the community. So if you share this video, I'd greatly appreciate it, especially because I'm sure a lot of people are going to try to take a negative spin on this story. And again, YouTube has randomly been unsubscribing people from the channel, I think. I don't know if I have to sacrifice another mythical creature to a Daedra or something, but if you can check real quick to make sure you're still subscribed, I would appreciate it. I've been getting a lot of comments from people saying they've been randomly unsubscribed, so that's kind of annoying. So anyway, if you can check for that too, I greatly appreciate it. And real quick, I am making that permanent future video shoutout list that will be featured at the end of every single one of my videos that shouts out everyone that has supported the channel basically ever. I'll update this list every month and add to it rather than take away from it. So if you do want to get added to this list and get a permanent future video shout out at the end of every single one of my videos from this weekend going on forever, you can support the channel over on Ko-fi, Patreon, or here on YouTube as an exclusive channel member. It doesn't even cost that much to do it. Of course, that's just optional. That's just if you want to get a future video shout out, you just watching my videos is support enough. Again, ways on how to support the channel, get this future video shout out, and links to my Discord and other awesome things, including channel merchandise, are all down in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching. Be sure to tune in next time when the Fallout 76 glitch starts duplicating players and the player's clone endlessly tries to kill them. That would kind of be interesting, actually.
It just works.